Alright everyone, we'll be now looking at designing this hero section. No, though I won't touch everything at once in one video. If not, the video will be very long. I'll just be explaining some concepts about going about designing this and also be doing it too. Then you can try it out yourself with your own practice file, or you can ask for my practice file to do it along with me too. But tomorrow will be a live session where we'll be discussing on a lot of things. Okay, so let's jump right into it. If you've launched your Elementor, you should be having it looked not this way. Yours should have a title here, home. If you've done it right, it should have a title here. Let me show you now to make it look this way, because this is the right format to have it look like. The home title should not be appearing here. If it's appearing, then you've not said something right on the page. So to exit to this page, I clicked on those three bars on the Elementor page and then click on exit to take you to this page. Okay, right on the page you'll see where you have templates. See, you'll be using default templates, but I'm not using default template. I'm using Elementor canvas. If you click on it, you see you should have a drop down. Yours, because of you're using default template, this one, that's why you see this home title appearing in that your Elementor page, which is wrong. So we don't want to have it that way. So change it to Elementor canvas, not Elementor full width. Elementor full width will still have this, and but it will be very hard to make a responsive design with Elementor full width, but it's very easy to play with Elementor canvas. Okay, so we will work with Elementor canvas, then we'll update click on update. Okay, I've already set mine, that's why it's not updating. Click on update. When you update, when it's completely up to date, wait first until it's showing that it's updated, then you can then click on that edit with Elementor. Clicking on the edit with Elementor will take you back to the Elementor from where we can start off designing. So what will we be doing in this video? In this video, we'll be looking at creating a section. Now, our very first section is this hero section, so we'll be looking at adding this background image and trying to make it look this same format, the way the image is centered and all of that. So that's what we'll be doing right away. Okay, do not click on this enable save mode, just wait. You are working on localhost, it will come up. If you were working on a live server, then I will advise you check your internet connection, but this one we are working on localhost. Forget the fact that, okay, you see I'm not connected to the internet, so that you will not say that I'm using internet connection. So it will load. You just have to wait. Maybe your laptop is slow, the services running your laptop is much. So I formally advise you should, like in the previous videos, I've advised the way to go about stopping services like that. Head down to your services app and stop some services from running, but do not stop your WAM or your ZAMP. Just stop other services like CorelDRAW, Photoshop and all of that, or head down to your tax manager somewhere like this. You right click on anywhere in this your tax bar that is free, any space that is free, not on an application. Look for a space that is free. Try to get a free space. Click, you see tax manager. You can use this tax manager to earn some tax. Okay, so right here we'll be creating a very first section. To create that, we use this plus icon. Our section is just one layout, it's not double layout or 3 or 4, it's just a single layout. Okay, single layout with the background, then these other stuffs are on top of the background. Okay, so what next? We are to edit the section. You see it's giving us box. We don't want to work with box, it should be full width. Okay, column gap, no, we don't want any column gap. Height, the height is default like this, which we don't like. Remember, our section, the hero section, is on landing on this web page or website, you can see we can see everything full screen width. We can see everything on full screen width. We didn't have to scroll down to start reading this text. On landing on this page, we can see this text and we can start reading to know excerpts about the website. Okay, remember I said something, our hero section holds the assets of your website. You should be able to tell someone everything about your website using your hero section. That is one of the recommended practice in when it comes to website development. Your hero section should be good enough to explain everything about your website without the user scrolling down to know if he's in the right place, if he or she is on the right spot. Your hero section should tell that. Okay, so to do that, this our height, we set it to fit screen. Okay, it will give us a complete fit to screen display. So of course we want the section to be stretched. You see it's covered everywhere. That's the essence of the stretched. So vertically aligned, you see, when we start adding content, you understand the essence of this vertically aligned. By default, whatever content we add will start at the center. But if you look at their content starts right from the top down. So to fix that, vertically aligned means how we want our content to start flowing. Remember, when you are writing on paper, the English flow, normal documents flow for English languages, it flows from top to bottom. When you are writing on paper with a pen and paper, do you write from bottom to top? No, you start from the top, you write all the way to the bottom, and also you write from left to the right. Okay, so that's what we are doing here in this vertical align. We are trying to say that we don't want our content to start from the middle down. We want our content to start from top, flow down. By default, it will flow from left to right. Okay, overflow here means, do we want a design that you have to drag to see what is hidden at the end here, or what is hidden at this other end? This overflow, the essence of the overflow gives this scrollable bar. This is overflow y-axis. The y-axis is the vertical axis, mathematicians, while the x-axis is the horizontal axis. Okay, so we don't want a situation that we have to drag to see what's hidden inside here. Is the essence of the overflow. So we won't leave it at default, we'll choose hidden. Okay, now since it's a section, we'll change this default, we'll choose section. Okay, so we are done with that setting. You update. Now we are to add the image. Let's just wait for it to update before we proceed. Okay, so if we are to add the image, you go to the style. Okay, the image you're seeing is like a background image it's like hidden under, while text and other elements are flowing on top of it. To have this kind of results, you don't directly, in WordPress, you don't directly use the background image, this background image here, like using it directly from your background and setting the background type to classic so that you can choose the image. No, you don't have to do it from there. You use the background overlay. If you want to do have a result like this, that there is a background under and text and elements are on top, display of things are flowing on top of it. So to have that done, we use background overlay. So we'll choose the type to classic. Using the type to classic, we'll now upload our image. Okay, so to upload, I've already uploaded the image, but I'll show you. You head back to your, sorry about this, download the design. Okay, head back to your download. Like mine, I'm using the BBB free templates practice file. Okay, double click open. All the images are inside the images folder. This is the image. So I'll copy this part, head back to my WordPress to show you how I uploaded it. Click on the upload, click on select file. Okay, you see this your directory path address bar. Click on the free space, it will highlight everything. Paste it, paste what you've copied. Okay, press enter. It will take you to the part where you can find the image, or you can can manually navigate to where you can find it, then select the image. So I've selected the image the second time. So while it's uploading, I think we can't type anything, we have to wait for it to upload. Okay, if it's done uploading, you need to set your alternative text. The title will be from the image, banner BG. Okay, you can set caption, but from the look of what we are having there, that image, it doesn't have a caption, so we'll leave the caption, then we'll give description of the image. Okay, this file URL will automatically fill up itself. Now the essence of this alternative text and description is for SEO. SEO too counts. If you don't add alternative text to your images, if the images does not load completely, or a user doesn't want to view images on your website, the alternative text to explain the image should always show up. So I'll add it. I will give a description of the image, that is my hero image. Okay, you can explain it's a lady pushing down a gym and all of that. You can describe that in this your description, but I'll still use hero image of home section of my website, anything you can explain about that. Okay, so when you're done with this title is like the tool tipping that will take place. If you're a website developer, you understand what is called tool tipping. So we can leave this. It's still good, it's still good, but I would like to call this gym. It will look better that way for my tooltip. Then why I'm putting a gym is because of course when a lady is gymming. Okay, so I've just done that. Now the way it's displaying is because of it's because of the opacity here. So you head down to where you have the opacity, increase it so that you can have it completely viewed, just like the way it's showing here. If yours is the opacity is low, you keep it low, but mine is showing completely. That's why I'm pushing the opacity off by setting opacity to 1. Opacity to 1 means there is no opacity. Meanwhile, from 0.9 means you've started adding opacity. Highest value for opacity is 1, meaning no opacity. From 0.9 means you've started observing opacity. Opacity then means blurring an image. You are blurring the view of the image so that you can place element on top of the image. Okay, but since we are using background overlay, it will act as opacity itself. The background, we are not using directly the background to avoid adding opacity on top this image. So the opacity will still be there because we are using background overlay, even though we've set opacity to 1 as if we are not using opacity. So we'll leave this blend mode and the CSS filter, but you can play around with them. Okay, to keep the video short, I'll just summarize everything. Now update this and let's check how our work is really looking like. Okay, I'll update this. While it's updating, I'll click on preview changes, the eye icon there. Okay, so let's have a look at this so that I'll explain something about positioning images with WordPress. As you can see, I've not gotten it right. I've not really gotten it right. You see the way their image is looking like it's well centered, and the section is scrollable, like you can scroll and see this lady completely. But mine here, I'm trying to scroll, I can't even see this. So this is where you now play with this positioning you are seeing here in your background overlay. You see all of this positioning. It's because of we set it to default. To have that kind of result, if you are using center, let's see how it looks like. Just update. Since we've already clicked on this preview changes, it will automatically update the preview here when it's finished updating here. So as you can see, it's loading because of I've updated it. Now let's see the result of center. So just keep playing around with. You see, center is not giving us what we are looking for. So to keep this video short, the result for that is top center. Okay, top center brings it down. top center means we want to see everything from top, okay, everything from top, but it's still cut away. Okay, to fix that, we'll come to, okay, we don't have to play with the size. All we have to do is to head back to our layout. When we head back to our layout, from this our layout, we can now, since our default screen size, the display of the section was fit to screen, we can now change that to use mean height. Mean height will give us the flexibility of choosing the height, the height we want to cover for this particular section on the screen. So currently this is 400, how 400 looks like. So by default, we know that the fit to screen we used before was 800 pixel, the one we had stick to. You see, it was 800, but we used fit to screen here directly, and WordPress sets that 800 for us by default. But to have this result of seeing everything this way, the amount there is 1000. You see, I can now see the back completely. Okay, I can now see the back completely. So that's it, guys. When I now update this and head back to my preview, if I should head back to my preview, I'll now see it that it will be looking exactly the same as my prototype design. Okay, let's just wait for it to load. Alright, so that's it. See, now it's looking like our prototype design, except it's coming in, okay, but mine is still looking as if it's covered, it's covering everywhere. So to fix that, get back to the style. I think it's from this background overlay, it's from this size, the size here. If you're a developer, you should understand all of this, but anyway, we'll work as if we are just beginners. We have contain, we have cover. Auto is what that will even, it would make everything look worse. But from our prototype design, they are using contain. Cover is what we did before. Okay, cover is what we did before. Contain is what will bring it in, okay, like our prototype design. So we have contain, we have custom. For the custom, you type what you want to do, the width of the image and the amount of the image, and keep it in percentage. You know, percentage is the best for measuring width of an image, not in pixel but in percentage. Okay, we'll look at that in subsequent video. To keep this video short, I'll stop here. So I'll set it to contain, I'll update it, and that should give me my results. So in the next video, we'll now be looking at placing this slide, this auto slider you are seeing in my prototype design, this auto slider, and placing this our menu at the top and their logo. Then we'll also look at putting the content in the auto slide, which is this, the header, the paragraph, and the button. Okay, so we'll look at that. All right, you see that now we have our image. Okay, we have our image, but if you can take a look at the very tail end, you see this image is trying to repeat itself year and year. Let's take a look at this. It's not working that way, okay, but as it's trying to repeat itself. So to fix that, we'll head back here where it says repeat, no repeat. We don't want the image to repeat. Okay, leave this repeat to no repeat, and that should fix that. Okay guys, so this is where we'll stop. For the repeat no repeat will give us our results. So I'll stop the video here and we'll continue in the next video to keep designing our image or designing our work using our website using WordPress. So see you guys in the next video. If this video was useful, I will really love and appreciate if you give me a like and also subscribe to the channel. See you on the other side.